Hello, I'm Dr. Sophie Miller, and today I need to share an important warning with you. That sweet fruit you love might be silently stealing your memories. Does that sound alarming? It should be, especially if you're over 60. Certain fruits that everyone considers healthy might actually be accelerating cognitive decline without you realizing it. But don't worry, because today I'll reveal which ones they are and, more importantly, what you can consume to protect and even regenerate your brain. If you're over 60 and lately have trouble remembering where you put your keys, forget names of people you know, or lose track of conversations, you're not alone. But it's also not inevitable. Science has discovered that some daily choices on your plate can make all the difference. Before we dive into the main topic of the video, I want you to understand what actually happens in your brain when you consume certain foods. When we consume fruits with a high glycemic index, our body quickly converts these sugars into blood glucose. This sudden spike in blood sugar triggers an inflammatory cascade that directly affects neurons. Chronic low-grade inflammation is one of the main factors contributing to age-related brain degeneration. It impairs the production of acetylcholine, a neurotransmitter essential for memory and learning. Imagine your brain as a sophisticated electrical network. Inflammation is like a small overload that, day after day, slowly burns the connection. In contrast, antioxidants and anti-inflammatory compounds present in certain fruits act as protectors of these connections. Have you ever thought that something as simple as choosing the right fruit could determine your brain health for the years to come? Let me tell you a story that illustrates this point well. Helen, 67, a retired teacher, was always admired for her sharp memory and constant energy. But in recent years, something changed. She began forgetting appointments, losing objects around the house, and had difficulty remembering the names of new students in the painting class she taught as a hobby. "I thought it was just age catching up," she confesses, until during a routine consultation, her neurologist noticed a pattern in her diet. Helen was consuming a large amount of high glycemic index fruits daily, believing she was doing the best for her health. You might be making the same mistake without even realizing. Now let's talk about the 5 fruits that might be sabotaging your brain, even though they seem harmless. First, ripe mango. Despite being nutritious and delicious, ripe mango contains a high concentration of natural sugars that rapidly elevate blood glucose. Did you know that a medium mango can contain the equivalent of 3 tablespoons of sugar? This constant glucose spike over time can significantly impair brain function, especially in people predisposed to insulin resistance. The second fruit is watermelon. With a glycemic index of 72, watermelon causes insulin spikes that, in excess, can contribute to brain insulin resistance. Recent studies from Stanford University have demonstrated that frequent consumption of high glycemic index foods is directly related to the decline of executive brain function in the elderly. Of course, I'm not saying you should never eat watermelon again, but rather consume it in moderation and perhaps opt for other alternatives when possible. Our third villain is very ripe banana. The riper it is, the more sugar it contains. The dark spots on the peel indicate a higher concentration of simple sugars. If you're concerned about cognitive health, opt for bananas that are still slightly green or with completely yellow peel without dark spots. This simple change can make a considerable difference in the glycemic impact. Do you tend to prefer very ripe bananas? Maybe it's time to reconsider this habit. The fourth item is pineapple. Although it's rich in bromelain, an excellent anti-inflammatory compound for the body, it also contains sugars that can generate brain inflammation in sensitive people, especially when consumed in large quantities. A practical tip is to combine a smaller portion of pineapple with a source of protein or healthy fat like nuts to reduce the glycemic impact. Finally, raisins. The dehydration process concentrates the sugars, transforming a moderate fruit into a glycemic bomb. A small portion of raisins can raise your blood sugar as much as a processed candy. Surprising, isn't it? Many people consume them daily believing they're a healthy option without realizing the potential negative impact on cognition. But don't worry, because now we'll talk about the 5 fruits that truly protect and regenerate your brain. The star of the list is blueberries. They are rich in anthocyanins, compounds that cross the blood-brain barrier and directly combat neural inflammation. A study published in the Journal of Neuroscience demonstrated that regular consumption of blueberries significantly improved working memory and executive function in adults over 65 years old. Can you imagine improving your memory just by adding this small fruit to your daily diet? Strawberries come in second place. They contain ellagic acid and flavonoids that protect neurons against oxidative stress. The University of California discovered that consuming 2 servings of strawberries per week is associated with a delay of up to 2 years in age-related cognitive decline. That's incredible news, isn't it? Something so simple and delicious can have such a profound impact on our brain health. Blackberries are our third brain ally. Their low glycemic index and high concentration of antioxidants make them a memory ally. Researchers at Oxford University have demonstrated that the compounds present in blackberries can actually stimulate communication between neurons, improving brain plasticity, the brain's ability to form new connections and adapt. Have you included blackberries in your breakfast today? The 4th item is avocado. Technically a fruit, avocado is rich in healthy fats that feed the brain and strengthen neural connections. The brain is composed of about 60% fat, so it needs good fats to function properly. Avocado provides monounsaturated fatty acids that improve blood flow to the brain and reduce inflammation. Half an avocado a day might be one of the best investments for your long-term brain health. Last but not least, we have pomegranate. Studies show that its polyphenols significantly reduce brain inflammation and improve cognitive function. A groundbreaking study published in Alzheimer's and Dementia demonstrated that pomegranate juice can even slow down the progression of mild cognitive impairments in the elderly. Can you imagine the results with this simple change in your diet? Helen's story had an inspiring outcome. After replacing high glycemic index fruits with brain-protecting ones, she noticed changes in just 3 weeks. I started feeling more alert, more present. I realized I was remembering names and details that I used to miss, she reports emotionally. In 2 months, her memory tests showed a 28% improvement in retention and recall capacity, a result that surprised even her doctor. It's not just about avoiding decline, but about recovering what seemed lost, the neurologist explained. Wouldn't you like to experience this same transformation? Based on recent studies published in the Journal of Neuroscience and in Alzheimer's and Dementia, the conscious choice of fruits we consume can literally redesign our cognitive future. Harvard University researchers found that people who regularly consumed fruits rich in antioxidants were 47% less likely to develop mild cognitive impairment, a precursor to dementia. It's an impressive fact that shows us the power we have over our own brain health. The change doesn't need to be radical. Start by replacing 1 high glycemic index fruit a day with one of the protective ones. Your brain will thank you not just today, but in the coming decades. Have you already started thinking about what substitutions you'll make starting tomorrow? To conclude, I want to leave you with a reflection. The difference between memories that fade away and memories that stay alive might be in the simple decision of which fruit to put in your breakfast tomorrow. Your cognitive future is literally in your hands, and you have the power to choose. I hope this video has been enlightening and that you can implement these changes in your diet. If you liked this information, don't forget to leave your like, share with someone who might benefit from these tips, and subscribe to the channel for more content on health and wellness. In the comments, tell me which of these fruits you already consume regularly and which one you'll add to your diet from now on. I'm Dr. Sophie Miller, and see you in the next video.